Thank you to Jonathan for the comment about it and new X16. I picked up both, so I'll be covering both on the channel thanks to your awesome input. The game GR3000 is a new budget handheld which likes to fly. It comes in 5 pretty decent colours actually. The purple I chose, as well as green, grey, yellow and pink. It supports up to PlayStation 1, though some games better than others, admittedly. Supports a Cortex A9 processor and comes with a 5.1-inch screen at a 800 by 400 resolution with a built-in mic and micro HDMI output. So from the top down, you see we've got a full set of controls. The L2 and R2 buttons aren't stacked and are relatively small, but easily pressed and quite clicky. We've also got a USB-A port, the power button, USB-C charging port, micro SD card slot, headphone jack, the micro HDMI output, and the dedicated home button which does all the firmware menu controls. The rest of the handheld's pretty clean. There's stereo speaker grills at the back and the volume buttons at the bottom left of the handheld underneath the D-pad. Overall, the design of the GR3000 isn't actually too bad at all, and it feels pretty good in the hands too. Straight out the box, it left a pretty good first impression, but the second I touched the joysticks, I was disappointed. These are the slider type, similar to the original PSP, except much worse. They're incredibly stiff and grind when attempting to move it in multiple directions quickly. This seems to be a mechanical issue, unfortunately, as even popping the slider off, I can feel how difficult it is to move the slider around. It's just unpleasant to use. The D-pad doesn't do too much better either, with it offering next to no resistance, meaning the lightest of pressure just recesses the whole D-pad straight into the case. As you can imagine, this makes precision control near impossible, as holding down a direction becomes difficult and you need to switch between them quickly. I had multiple occurrences whereby I was holding up to climb a ladder or do a long jump or whatever, and the input would just suddenly stop, meaning I had to unpress then press the direction again, which is just unnecessarily annoying. What's more of a shame is the face buttons themselves are actually pretty good, offering a nice amount of resistance and bounce to them, with no recession issues at all. It's a huge shame as overall, with a better D-pad and usable joysticks, the GR3000 would likely have been something pretty special as a budget handheld. The firmware seems to be the latest version, the same firmware seen in most of the budget handhelds, but at least there's been some minor improvements. It arrived set to English, you can turn the annoying button noise off and can remap all of the controls per console, which you'll want to do as there's some bizarre choices in the SNES and PlayStation 1 stock controls especially. And the dedicated menu button at the top of the handheld allows you to quickly and easily save and load states as well as exit the game. The 5.1-inch screen isn't groundbreaking, but with limited view angles, but does manage to get the job done pretty well overall, offering some nice contrasting colours and no obvious screen tearing or blur that's present in some of the other budget handhelds. I'll cut to some gameplay now and summarise up at the end. So overall, my thoughts of the GR3000 are mostly based on what could have been. It's so close to having a pretty capable budget handheld here, but it's just really held back by its unusable joystick sliders and poor dpad. The actual design of the handheld looks good, it's not unpleasant to hold, and the firmware is passable, offering most of the basics. The budget handhelds have just been getting progressively better, and I don't think we're too far off of having a range that's of very decent options. But I'm just afraid to say the GR3000 isn't quite there yet. That's it for now though, thanks so much for watching.